In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe.
Well, it's 8 now anyway, so.
Yes. Hello. Created a new intro thing. Thought it was kind of funny. Hopefully you found it funny too. Today I'm going to be practicing Bleed by Meshuggah, amongst other things, and hopefully being distracted by people so I don't actually have to practice that much. Setting good examples for everybody everywhere. So let's see here. Where's this audio routed? I need you to be routed somewhere else. Ah, okay. Great way to start. Knock the mic over. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's where you are. Alright. So I've learned this song before, but it was forever and a half ago. So, please forgive me if it sucks, because it's probably gonna. Custom values. There we go. Guitar Pro is awesome. It lets you loop stuff and increase it by an incremental speed as often as you want to. Generally a good idea to start slow, right? So we're going to start at like 60% and kind of go from there. Let's see, this one or this one? No, this one. This one, maybe. Yes. Okay. It would make it a little bit too invisible. This is fine. And I gotta select everything again. Wait a minute. Oh no. It's displaying everything. We don't want that. I just need this one. There we go. So 60% is too slow. I can play this faster. And this is where I'm going to biff it unbelievably hard. So I think I'm one of the 3 people watching right now, so I can keep an eye on chat. Who are the other 2 people? Who are you? State your names. Or just play it all in the 5th fret. Okay, 80%. Not bad, not good, not great, but not bad. Just because something's not good does not necessarily mean that it is bad, right? I'm gonna start at like 76%. Hard part with this stuff is keeping your arm not tense, right? Because the right arm wants to grip like a vice for this kind of thing. And it is generally bad juju to do that. So, all right. Switch to classical. You need a plug?
Yes.
All right. All right. whiffed it again. My hand keeps getting confused. It's really, really awkward picking pattern. Because every one of those slower bits there, you have like little 30-second note bursts. And then you have it's like every 2 notes after a 30-second note burst are 16th notes. So it's like as ridiculous as that sounds coming out of a mouth, it feels more ridiculous to play it with your right hand. So, let's the hell with it. Let's see what it sounds like at 90%, because I'm a glutton for punishment. Get about halfway through it before it messes up, right? Okay, I can make it like 3/4 of the way through it, like 90%. But that doesn't matter. If you can't play the whole damn thing all in one go, then you can't play the song. So 90% for 3/4 of it is equivalent to 0% for all of it. All right. See, and this is why I'm live streaming this stuff, because if I was by myself with absolutely nobody, I would almost certainly be switching songs right now. Not because I'm frustrated with it, but because it feels nice to just slap a song silly as opposed to having the song make you look like a fool. Brain keeps losing track of where I am. And I'm playing it wrong. I can hear it. Jesus. I have my hand today. Good God. And here I thought, this is why it's dangerous to play with headphones on. Can't hear nearly enough of it. That transition back and forth between those two is killing me. It goes from the open D string, A string, to the, well, no, it's a D. It's a D sharp, E flat, whatever you want to call it. It goes from that to the A string, right? Bounces back and forth. The open, and then, which, same note, different timbre, like they sound different. And that is a nightmare to bounce back and forth with at that speed. This is one of those weird songs that I feel like as I practiced it like years ago, it always ended up being, like I never practiced it slow. I used to pick on the edge of my desk trying to do that. And I'm sure I annoyed a few people, but who cares? The pursuit of art is annoying. Because if you know an artist, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're annoying. We're annoying people. So that transition is difficult, is the moral of the story. And I'm having a hard time with it. But I will persevere. There we go. Not bad. Why does my brain keep forgetting where my hand is? I'm even looking at my hand. Well, I got my eyes closed because it's a lie. That is a frustrating riff. The thing is, too, it doesn't look hard, right? Like, it's, I mean, at full speed, it's obviously unbelievably difficult. Anybody who's ever attempted the song would tell you that. But it doesn't look on paper like it's supposed to be difficult. It looks easy. It looks simple. It's just zeros. It's zeros and fives. But here we are. Onward. Okay, get more control now. Even better still, minus the open strings. I don't know what it is about like the second time through it where my hand just out of nowhere decides that it is not going at all to care about what's happening there. Also, my voice is coming through twice. That's annoying. Okay. Anybody who's watching now, can you guys hear the Guitar Pro? Can you hear what's happening on where all the blue is? Because I'm not 100% sure that I actually set that up correctly. To do... I did not. Ooh, you probably were hearing nothing, which is way cool. So all you got to hear was my... There we go. Now you should hear something if you weren't before. It's not like you're missing much. I mean, you're missing like bad MIDI and well, decent MIDI, I guess, and clicks, which I guess would be really important to understand the context of the riff itself. But context is zeros, lots and lots of zeros. And see, the thing is, too, I remember how I used to play this song now. It took me a second. I used to bend it behind the nut, which is like a country trick. The problem with that is it throws the guitar at you real fast, like real fast. Which is annoying. What else did I throw it to? Cool. If this continues to go sour for my brain, I might just work on some Doom music because it's fun. Sarah,
What?
if I were to switch to a Doom song, BFG Division or Rip and Tear?
BFG Division.
BFG Division. Big fucking guitar. Alright, here's where I always mess up. I think I spoke it into existence. Alright, time to raise the speed. That's what you do when you mess up. It's gonna bring the baseline of where I don't know why that's happening. Baseline of where I was at. Because the fact of the matter is, 70 to 74 is fine. 74 and up for some reason, up until like 90. It's a weird, like, no man's land of speed. Or it's like, accuracy becomes, it's like you can go really slow, and you can be accurate. You can go really fast. I think a lot of guitar players, myself included, occasionally have an issue with the in-between area, where you have to have speed, but you also have to have control. And the control aspect, I think, is where things tend to go wrong. Because I can certainly play it at full speed, kind of sloppy, but I don't have any control over it. I'm just trusting that my hand can do it. And even though you want to get to that point where you want to have your hand take over the dominant majority of it. Having some kind of agency with it is, in my opinion, kind of important, because otherwise you're just constantly autopilot, and that's not always all that fun. It's useful. It's very useful, and autopilot's the goal, but you need some agency, man. See? Said to start over. Now I'm fine. Like I'm messing it up again. Yep, right there. It's weird. It's a minor mess up, right? It's not that big of a deal, but it's that big of a deal, and it's really, really slight. Anybody watching is a musician, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is the minor details that are the most infuriating. I think the answer is more caffeine. More caffeine means more faster. And more faster is the goal with Bleed. If you can't play fast, can you even play? More philosophy later. Okay, not horrible. I feel like my tone is a little too scratchy. Like, it's good for Meshuggah, because they don't use a lot of gain. Common misconception about Meshuggah is that they pile on the gain. They really don't. A lot of what makes their tone so thick with two C's is their bass. Their bass has a lot of thickness to it. So most of the time when you're hearing Meshuggah, because some bands in the progressive metal genres, Meshuggah is definitely a progressive metal band, even if it's not what they were. It's not what people call them. In that genre, a lot of bass players do all kinds of wild stuff. Hi, bud. Like Veil of Maya, their bass player, he plays a 7-string bass, and their guitar player at a cap plays a 7-string guitar. So like that disparity is wild because most bass players in 7-string bands just use a 5. But the bassist from Meshuggah just uses a 4-string tuned, I think, up a half step, last I checked. I could be wrong now. I have no idea what he plays these days. But last I had looked, I'm pretty sure he played in the same octave, because this is down a half step, which puts it at F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat again. So their bass player tuned up to match this thing, match that F. So he literally just matches them note for note. They're technically playing in the exact same octave, which is unusual for a bass player considering they usually play the octave below. And that's where their thickness comes from, for the most part. Not that they don't use a lot of gain. Well, I mean, not that they don't use gain. Sorry, they don't use a lot of gain. I would just contradict myself. They just use it better, I think. Also, recording with high gain is a bad idea because it gets messy. Typically, you have multiple layers, and then all that gain is fighting for space. So, a pro tip, if you're ever going to record with, you know, a real amp, a fake amp, whatever amp you want to use, your refrigerator, make sure you turn the gain down. Your engineer will thank you. Couldn't hear it. Whoo! Hi, bud. Are you here to distract me? Cats are horrible for practicing. They don't want you to do anything that doesn't directly involve them. And last time I checked, neither of my two loud creatures can play guitar. Hi. Could be wrong. But, no, you know what? No, Marshall does try to play guitar with his teeth, like Jimi Hendrix, only both cuter and way worse at the same time. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Jimi Hendrix never tried to purposely break somebody's guitar strings just to get their attention. And if he did, he was Jimi Hendrix, so I guess he deserved it. Or whoever it was deserved Jimi Hendrix acting like that. I don't know what kind of drugs they had in the 70s, man. I ain't that old. Does it work better if I uncomfortably stare at the camera? Nope. Nope. No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. Why am I stuck at 76%? The thing about incremental progression is that it is incremental. I get students every now and again that like to do this thing where they think that after practicing for 15 minutes, they should know how to play something perfectly. And that is absolutely never going to be the case. Never. Almost never. Like, unless you're playing a Green Day song, you should never expect that. So when you come across something that is close to your skill limit, you can reasonably expect it to take you longer and longer and longer to actively get better. I think advanced guitar players who are trying to learn a new technique would be a great example of where this particular rule of thumb lies, where they have gotten to a skill ceiling, and the thing about getting to a ceiling is it takes a long time to crawl through it. It's like a plateau on steroids. And everybody who's ever played guitar, no. Hold that thought. What are you doing? You know the rule. Get out of it. Come on. Breaking the law. What was that? Oh, yeah. The thing about crawling through a plateau, like everybody who's ever played an instrument or played a sport has experienced or worked out, knows what a plateau is. Where you're just stuck at the same place for an extended period of time. And getting through that is technically no different at all than getting to it. A lot of people, when they get to that plateau, think that they need to change something up or they need to do something drastic and magical to fix it. You don't. You absolutely don't. Because the fact of the matter is, it's just the same thing, but more. So it's not that you're doing anything wrong if you hit a plateau. It's that you just need to keep going. And eventually, you'll break through it. Same thing with this. Like, I know I can play this song faster. I know it because I have literally done it before. But, as with anything, if you don't do something for an extended period of time, you will technically lose that ability. Not that that's that big of a deal, really. I mean, I have no need to play this fast. This is literally just for me. But it's one of those things, you know? You set a goal for yourself, you need to try your best to stick to it. And if you don't, then you got nobody but yourself to blame, right? Okay. So if I stop in between these loops and go back up, it works better. I don't know why. I really don't. But it works better. And you never question a gift horse. No, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't question one either, I guess. It's not like I can answer your questions, right? If you can find a horse that can talk that's not Bojack, I'm very interested in talking to them. Okay. 2% at a time. Nice and steady. Nice and slow. Something about the looping aspect just messes up my brain. Don't know why. Absolutely have no idea why. It shouldn't, in theory. I mean, I've practiced literally hundreds of songs the same way. For some reason, bleed just really ruins your brain. Hopefully anybody who's listening to this, either in present or future, is finding this insightful and or useful. If not, I'm going to keep doing it. So, do what you want. Okay, Aiden, can I loop it again? That wasn't perfect, but it was good enough for what I'm doing. So, I'm going to right hand a brief break. You're not supposed to keep your hand tense, realistically speaking. I think there's a certain speed. There are a couple guitar players I've only ever seen that can do it with no tension at all. Chris Letchford from Scale the Summit's a great example of that. Dude is a phenomenal guitar player. One of those very few people I would ever say has perfect technique. But he... I can't even fathom the amount of time that dude must put into playing. Like, it's insane. It is literally his bread, butter, tea, biscuits, whatever you want to call it. Whatever lifeblood for you is what his guitar playing is for him. Or the dude does piles of amphetamines to do what he does. I sincerely doubt that's the case, because it's not the 80s anymore. But if you want a great example of a guy who has absolutely flawless technique, look up Chris Letchford. Chris Letchford. He is a phenom. And he deserves all the recognition he gets. And more, honestly. But he manages to pick with like no tension at all. He was really inspiring for me to watch. Because usually when you watch somebody's right arm, when they're picking, it's like this. It's just like a constant state of, if you touch their arm, it might explode. And his is absolutely not that. His is just smoother than butter. It looks like he could just gently pet kittens all day long and not experience any pain. Whereas if I did the same thing, I would accidentally explode the kittens. And I love kittens, and I don't want to do that. So, okay. This is my way of not doing what I'm setting out to do, in case it's not obvious. Okay. My comments. Oh, why has this not been showing me any of this? Yeah, I know, right? It's how I have to check comments because I only have one monitor. I'm not you, Caleb. I don't have 3 curved screens. You're like a red guard from Skyrim. It's how I have to check things. Has to be a full step plus a quarter step? I mean, the tab says it is. The tab says half step, you nerd. If I bend a whole step plus a quarter step, that's like, that's too high. That's way too high. BFG division is not hard, by the way. I want to know why it wasn't showing me the chat updates. It's not very live if I have to close it and then look it up. It can't be a full step plus a quarter step. Can it? No, 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 no. Caleb, you're lying to me. Now I have to pull up a song. Damn it. It is. That's annoying. Man, that's what I get for trusting tabs. Just yesterday, one of my students was learning New Colossal Hate by Lamb of God, and I foolishly trusted a tab without questioning it at all, and I learned the hard way that it was super wrong. Super, super wrong. Like, it wasn't even close. No, Sarah does not have my phone. Sarah is doing other things that don't involve guitar. Because she deals with guitars all day long and she doesn't want to continue dealing with guitars.
Why are you talking about me?
Oh, Caleb asked if you had my phone and we're managing the chat.
No.
No. Sarah is currently managing a controller and some noobs on Call of Duty. Because it's how she spends her free time. Because she's a grown woman and she wants to play some video games.
Are you mocking me?
No, not at all. I wish I too was a grown woman who enjoyed video games. But I am just a grown man who enjoys video games. If I was a grown woman who enjoyed video games, I could be a Twitch streamer. Alright, so it is a step and a quarter. Curse your perfect ear. Well, with that in mind, then, I'm going to take 5 from that, and I'm going to pull up BFG Division, because it's more fun. Where do I have that? Mick Gordon. There you are. Okay. where is this? This is drop E. Okay. I gotta retune real quick. Tuning. The most riveting thing you can do on a stream is tune. Are you entertained? I hope so. I made shortcuts. I can change things. I can be cinematic. Problem is those buttons do other things in here too. I don't know what I did. Okay. First, that's got to get turned down because that's going to blow my speakers out of my ears. Why are you gray? Stop it. See, when I set up the shortcuts for things to make cinematic things happen, I may not have completely thought through what buttons they were attached to before. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. See, I always hear more rhythmically happening than I see in the tabs for these things. Listen to the actual song. BFG Division. This song is just unbelievable. That's on a synth, I think. Mick Gordon's a genius. So that second section is tricky. Keep messing up that mute there. Brain. Why brain? Why brain have hard time? Small, smooth brain. There we go. For some reason, less notes is more difficult. The simpler the pattern with the left hand, the harder the time I have, because my right hand sucks and is garbage. What do you mean I want? I know, right? Okay, I'm not crazy then. I'm glad somebody with a better ear than me is on this thing. It's not wrong by much, though. No. The rhythm is off somewhere here. I can hear it, like in the at least in the intro bit. It's not perfect. The bends are right. Something is off. Stop gaslighting me, Caleb. Making me think I don't know things. What, it is right? Guaranteed? Is that what you're saying? You're talking about on the A string. Well, the new A string. Are you still talking about... You're still talking about bleed. Dog, we have moved on to BFG division. Because you are right about that. It is 1 1/4 steps. I listened to the song a few minutes ago, and it is 100% wrong in the tab. It is actively supposed to be a 1/4 step. And it is not the first time I have had to work with bad tabs, or at least semi-inaccurate tabs. Because bad tabs suck. And everybody and their mother who learns how to play guitar has to deal with bad tabs. It is non-negotiable. It is part of growing up. It's like puberty. Everybody deals with bad tabs. In the beginning there? You see what I mean though? I told you there was something missing from the beginning. You can hear it kind of in the intro. If I route this into my headphones, I'm gonna go deaf, but you'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to hear it too. I'm gonna turn that way down. Yeah, no, I agree. The problem is though, it's like I can groove along to it to a degree. See, this is one of those like fake it till you make it songs, right? Because all you gotta know is like the vague frets. I would kill for his Axe FX presets. Because I know for a fact he uses the exact same unit I do. until I get there. And then that part just makes me a fool. An absolute fool. That part in the tab is right. For sure. Like, being able to go through that section is definitely technically correct. At a minimum. I love that synth so much. It even gives cute little picking directions up there that for some reason I entirely missed. The Bleed tab does that too. Every now and again, the tabs give you awesome little directional tips like pick this way. I have a real hard time starting a phrase with an upstroke, though. Like, that breaks a part of my soul in pieces for some reason. Like, I'm talking specifically about... Where? You. That note there. Is that visible? Yeah. I'm going to zoom in further. You see this little monster right here? You should see my... You can see my mouse, right? Yeah, you can see my mouse. This little monstrosity right here is messed up to conceptualize. I mean, in theory, it's just hit an upstroke, right? Wrong. It's never that easy. Anytime somebody tells you something is that easy, they're lying to you. And they're trying to sell you something. Especially when I do it. I'm lying to you, trying to sell you something. I know the guitar doesn't actually do that. But it's too fun to not play. Alright. What was that, like 76%? Something like that? Not like you'll answer me, Caleb. You are here to correct me. And to crap all over my ears. Which is fine. Because I need that. You don't know that. Doing that little octave thing? Because if you're being facetious, I agree entirely. This whole song is impossible. It's all played on a keyboard. Mick Gordon has never touched a guitar in his entire life. Everything you hear is programmed. 180%. It is truer than the truest thing you've ever heard. If your mom has told you that she loved you, she's lying harder than Mick Gordon playing guitar. Facts. Getting that musical ADD. My brain just went to the Animals as Leader song, Wave of Babies. Great song. Ridiculous name. Not bad. No, I picked up on that. When you said a step and a quarter, I figured that was exactly what you were talking about, because this song doesn't have anything close to that level of a bend. But you're definitely right about the A string bit in there. And I'm very curious as to why the tab only says half and then quarter steps. Which means playing it behind the nut like I did do was wrong the entire time. I think my ears are like a quarter step to a half step out. And I think that's true for most people who don't have perfect pitch. My entire life, and it may be because of what I played like when I was in high school, which is a lot of Nevermore, which is tuned a half step down. I have always heard the notes like a half step out. I can usually get within like a fret of where I'm going before I have to bounce around. I know people with like perfect pitch, i.e. yourself, Mr. Keller. Yeah, there's a delay. If that's not super obvious. But I am picking up what you're putting down. I don't know why there's such a staggering delay between things. I don't actually know how big the delay is. I don't think it's any larger than like maybe 10 seconds. I'm going to count. 1. What's up, Matt? Doesn't Architects play in drop E? Something like that? Can't open up by messing it up. That's not fair. Let's speed it up. Glad to hear the volume's good, man. I spent the last couple getting that nailed down, so I'm hoping nothing's too loud. The only thing I was worried about today was the Guitar Pro one, because it's been a couple days since I've done this version. So hopefully it's doing just fine. What do you think, Caleb? Is it good? I'd hope you'd let me know if it's bad. Also, Matt, I have not yet listened to that track to double check what that noise is, but I will be doing that before I go to bed tonight. So if you don't hear from me on it tomorrow, shoot me a message and I'll double check it again. That's the danger of having those unfinished products out in the wild, is occasionally weird stuff floats through. I think I remember that click now that I'm thinking about it. Around 90%. My abilities start to fall off a little bit. Been too long since I've done genty stuff. Been doing a whole bunch of clean garbage and bass playing for bands. Anyone watching this, check out The Infinite Staircase. I'm in that band. I'm the bass player. I have no recorded material with them. You cannot see mouse. Have you considered becoming a cat? Capture cursor. I think you're lying. Okay. You probably just saw me flicker a few times. Yeah, dog. This is, it says mouse cursor should be there. You sure it's not there? I am definitely getting your comments late. I think I talked about the mouse thing like 15 minutes ago. Which means you'll get to this part in like 15 minutes. And then realize that that problem was already solved. Looking at it though, I think you're right. It's visible. You may have perfect ears, but your eyes need work. Clearly. I say that with love, not insults. Then I think about it again, and then I mess it up again. The brain is stupid. The brain, in all bodies, all shapes, all forms, is stupid. My brain is extra stupid. My brain is a few picnics shy of a basket. It is a few apples shy of a cookie. It is not very good. But I'm working on it. That's what practice is for. You gotta make your brain not stupid. Those extra notes. Also, Matt, if you're waiting for me to read your comment, I'll start counting when I hit send. I got that at 9:06. My time. Well, yeah, you're on my time. Caleb's the one who's not. Caleb, I got your message at 9:05, which would be 6:05 your time. Three, four. I just got that other message, Matt. 9:10 p.m. Like on the dot. Solidly like 20 seconds from what I can tell. It's a hell of a delay. Little bursts are hard. The mute at the beginning, though, is still difficult. I'm still complaining about that little mute in the middle of the bar there, where it wants you to do an upstroke there, because rhythmically it makes the most sense to do that. Sort of like I've talked in the past with some of my students about the strum pattern thing, how they're just following rhythmic notation, and the order that you do things in usually tends to just kind of flow with the bar in terms of up and down strokes. And alternate picking at this speed is absolutely zero difference whatsoever. But even though it lines up rhythmically that way, and it makes the most sense to use a downstroke on that little X in the middle of the damn bar, I don't want to do it because it's awkward. It's really awkward. Awkward. So, I will continue to do it because I hate it. I agree, Caleb. His music is unbelievable, and it's not fair what happened with Doom Eternal and him. I know there was a lot of issues on both sides between him and the studio. He just didn't deliver like on the timeline that he was supposed to, but it just sucks. Because Boomed Eternal, as my brain wanted me to tell me, is it's a fantastic game musically. I've heard the soundtrack. I have not played the game, but the soundtrack is just... You right. Pour the cereal, then the milk, and put the bowl on top. And then you just slide it off the counter onto your face. Sitting like that for an extended period of time is bad for the spine. Oh, sternum just popped. Best feeling. Been waiting for that for days. If you or a loved one have never had a sternum pop someone's sternum. Get permission first, because if you don't get permission, you can be charged with a lot of different things. Probably battery. So if you're going to do it, make sure you know them. At any rate, it is about that time for me to cease this and move on to whatever else I have planned for tonight. So, thank you very much for watching, any of you who have stuck around to the end. Looks like at least Caleb and Matt did, so thank you guys. If you're watching this in the future, hopefully you gain some insight into practicing off of this, or my ramblings have been entertaining at a minimum. So I will catch any and all of you next time I do this fun stuff. So... Oh yeah, before I wrap it up, any questions? Well, Matt, you're probably driving, so you probably can't give me any questions. Caleb, you don't have any questions for me because you know more than I do about music. So, no questions. Goodbye.